My name is Gavin Lunny, the head professional at Naas Golf Club. Welcome to our coaching studio here at the club, and also to the second part of our winter series of lessons around some of our basic fundamentals and golf swing fundamentals that we'll go through over the coming weeks. Last week we covered the grip, and I gave you some ideas with regard to the grip, and hopefully you found that beneficial. This week we're going to go through posture and just talk briefly about the importance of posture. I find that it's a really important aspect of swinging the golf club. If your posture is strong and stable, it allows you to move more dynamically and also allows you to deliver the club much more consistently to the ball. So when it comes to ball striking, we tend to fall into the trap of believing that there are certain positions or magic movements that will ensure we strike the ball better, but in actual fact, striking the ball consistently well and consistently better has much more to do with balance, stability, dynamic movement, and posture is absolutely key to that. Probably more importantly, posture is very relevant to helping to avoid injury. So if we're trying to swing the golf club, we all know that swinging a golf club is a very dynamic movement. It involves a lot of speed, it involves a lot of accuracy, but we swing the club at quite a speed in a very short space of time. And if the body isn't in a position to support that, then maybe weaker parts of our body are taking the brunt of the force, and ultimately that may cause injury long term. So posture is really important, not just to swing the club better and improve your dynamic movement, but also to keep you free from injury long term. Okay, so when it comes to good posture, we can talk about this in a very technical way, and we can elaborate around all the different parts involved. However, when you go to the driving range, you want a simple drill. You want something that you can do in a matter of seconds that gets you into a good place. So what I'll do first of all is I'll just go through in a little bit of detail what's involved in terms of the posture, and then give you a simple drill to get into that position, as I said, in a matter of seconds when you go down to the driving range. So one of the most important things when it comes to posture is to understand that when we lean forward, we're tilting forward from our pelvis, okay? Specifically our GT joint, or our greater trochanter, which is the hard bone that you'll feel on the sides of your pelvis, okay? So if you could identify them even by maybe grabbing that hard bony structure with your thumb and index finger first. Now from there, we're tilting forward, and as you do so, you'll find the ball joint will roll around your thumb, okay? Now I'm not using anatomically specific terminology here. I'm trying to explain it in such a way that we can all understand. So as when I say the bony structure, the ball joint, it isn't exactly a ball joint, but that's how it's going to feel as you tilt forward. So as you tilt forward from your pelvis, you'll feel the ball joint roll around your thumb. And when you've tilted forward enough so that you feel your weight moving down through the balls of your feet, just put a slight flex in your knees, and you should actually feel your weight pushing into the ground if you do this correctly. Another way of doing this is to hold the club out in front of you with the shaft of the club parallel to the ground opposite your belt buckle. Again, hold that GT joint between your thumb and index finger, tilt forward, slight flex in your knees, and then bring your right hand down below your left. So that's a very mechanical drill that you can repeat as often as you want, but I have a slightly easier way to do it as well, which probably helps to feel your way into that position as opposed to thinking mechanically about it. Okay, so when you're at the range, and obviously you can't see yourself unless you're using a camera, which of course is helpful, but in the event that you don't have a camera with you, this is a great drill to feel your way into a better posture. So you've arrived at the driving range, hopefully you've done a few stretches to warm up, and you're going to try and get into a good posture before you start striking shots. I would ask you to go to the back of the mat, just drop your heels off the back edge of the mat to begin with. Now with or without a club, I want you to lift your heels and just try and find the ideal angle that gives you the most balance. So you might find you need to tilt forward more than you normally would, or less, whatever. But as you tilt your pelvis forward, you'll find your weight stabilizing on your feet. You'll find your weight going down through the balls of your feet. And it's important, this drill is really helpful because it allows the angle of your pelvis and the weight on your feet to find each other, so to speak. So just take a second, try and find that ideal position, and then take the club in your hand, and that gives you a good position to start swinging from. So once you've got that position, take a second, then walk into a ball. And then hit a shot. So you can go over and back a few times doing that exercise at the start of your session just to find that ideal hitting position. Then walk in, take a second just to make sure that you settle into that position again, and then hit the ball. You should find your balance improves, you should find speed improves, and most importantly, the quality of the strike improves as well. So give that a go and see how things work out over the next couple of weeks.